Yeah, baby, back in my wheelhouse. A nice good drizzle of rain. It's good for you.
Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that.
Keeps you pissed off just enough to catch stuff. No, so well, you know, back trapping in Ohio. The glorious rain. You gotta love it. I mean, you just have to enjoy it. You know, wipe yourself off, pick yourself up, and keep trapping. A little cold, not too bad, but we're running traps and we're getting wet, and we're catching. What do they say? Catching critters. And we're gonna be catching a lot of critters. I prefer to catch coyotes, fox, and raccoon, but that's what I prefer to catch. Mink. So that's what I'm gonna be going after. And then come the 26th of December, I'm gonna try and get some beaver traps set out then. So maybe not on the 26th, but maybe that weekend, because I think 26th is a Thursday. So I'm gonna try and set some beaver sets. Maybe try and set up for an otter. I was very unsuccessful with the mink line. The mink line was a complete catastrophe. I mean, complete poo-poo. Set up a bunch of different bridges, a bunch of different culverts, set pocket sets, set blind sets, set, you know, top edge, bottom edge. Just use regular fish as bait. I did not have any success catching a mink. Didn't even catch any muskrat. Zero mink, zero muskrat. So maybe it was just the places I was trapping, because they were kind of dead, like from the drought. They were kind of like dried up. So, man, I don't know. I've caught mink before. I'm not a mink master, but I feel like if there's mink there, I could probably catch them. I feel like I have to be that way. I have to be confident in myself. But it's kind of looking like you suck, Colton. And better go back to the drawing board. I don't know how to take that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably narrow my pockets down a little bit, nothing crazy, and still continue to do the blind sets. I'm going to still throw out some mink snares, and then I'm going to go and set some different places. I'm going to set a little bit north on my line. I'm setting down home, and I don't know why. I don't want to make any excuses, because, man, I tried to go out there, and I saw places early on in the fall with mink tracks. Cleaned off the banks, you know, threw up water, cleaned off the banks so everyone come looking. And I've seen hardly any mink tracks now. I've caught a bunch of coon. I've caught over, I think, right at 45 coon now. On the home line. I've caught more out when I was out west. But, man, I don't know. I don't know if it's a combination of things, where it was just bad weather. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm just kind of, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go through this failure that I had, and I'm trying to figure out how I can, what I can do different to make it not happen to me again. So I'm going to get out probably this weekend, or maybe even this week, and I'm going to try and get some more of the crick line set up. I'm going to try and really target some muskrats and mink, and I'm going to see if I can pull a mink out of my ass, or a muskrat out of my hat, and then keep setting after K9. I think I'm up to like 156 coyotes now, and that's including here on the home line and then out west. It'd be cool to get up to 200 again, and that's, you know, that's only if the places that I'm going to be trapping are, you know, overran or have a lot of or having a lot of issues with coyotes. So I know there's a couple of deer leases, the guys that I've talked to, they're having issues, so I'm going to get on to them, but so I'm going to try and give you a rundown, I guess. Got to back up. I'm going to start getting everything ready to rock and roll and get the mink line, muskrat, coon line back out. I'm going to set a few small little canine sets on that line, on that route. Once December 26th comes around, probably that Friday or Saturday, so what, the 28th, I'm going to get out and I'm going to try and trap some beaver. We're trying to catch a beaver and otter. And then right after muzzleloader season, probably, I think it's like the 13th of January or the 11th, I am going to get up on those deer leases and start trapping them a lot harder and a lot heavier. There are definitely a few other little in-between spots that have like a windbreak or a tree line that's out in the middle of a field that I could probably set up just as a fill-in location or a filler spot. Still, I think a pretty, you know, above average spot for around here, but it's, I have several places to set, and it's, I should say I have a pretty good potential line to run coming up. I was planning on staying out west a lot longer than what I did, but there were some things that came up. I got a couple threatening phone calls, and I'll play the audio on the voicemail. But you know, I didn't really think much of it, and then I got another phone call the next day and another phone call on the Friday. So I ended up pulling traps on Thursday and just driving home. But you can hear that audio right now. Here it is.
Hey, motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. You and your whole family for killing all those animals. I will kill you. I come to Columbus, Ohio, and I would root you. I would destroy you, motherfucker.
So yeah, that audio is kind of, I mean, it sounds like some little punk, but, you know, it's not cool. It definitely wasn't cool, and if I wouldn't have a family, I wouldn't have came home. I would have just stayed out there trapping. It wouldn't have been a big deal. But you know, I can't be having that. So I got home. I only trapped for like 5 days. I was out there, left Friday, came back home Thursday. Pretty sad. I was wanting to be out there longer, but I guess I just had to kind of call it quits. Maybe next year when I go out, I won't post while I'm out. I'll just post after I get back. So that way, you know, people won't know I'm out there. They won't, if there is anything that wants to do any ill will, which I don't understand why someone would want to wish me harm over a predator such as a coyote. Like, they'd rather see a coyote live than a human, is what it kind of amounts to. It blows my mind, these people. So I did kind of go out there and do what I wanted to do. I averaged 21 coyotes a day, and yeah, it was a phenomenal trip. It was another successful trip. It could have been potentially a lot more successful, or it could have been you know, kind of circling the drain towards the end. I don't know. I never had really that bad of a day catching. So, but I was also getting out new traps on new locations every day, and doing that, I mean, if you're on a good place, good property, then you're going to keep catching. There's nothing to it but just keep setting traps and keep sharpening your knife. So that's kind of my plan in a nutshell. And then I'm gonna try and get up to the Kidron first sale. I'm probably not gonna sell anything. I've been getting all my stuff tanned. My neighbor's been doing all my tanning, and it's been coming out really, really good. One thing, we kind of got a little setup system going, and the flow has been really, really nice with getting the fur back. I mean, super quick. And they have all been a pretty darn good product. You know, you can't turn chicken shit to chicken salad. So some of them are just bad. Some of them kind of, you know, could still make a few things out of at home. Like I might be able to make like a hand warmers, or maybe like a pouch hand warmer. I don't know. So got a lot of stuff going on, but you know, was just kind of wanting to give a little update. So I have a bunch of how-to videos that are going to be coming out on the Masterclass. I know I had a lot of guys reach out to me, and they want to see like a in-depth, step-by-step instruction on, you know, placement, how far back. I don't really guess, or I don't really have a number on how far back. It's just however it looks. But I can show you with the ruler, I guess, how far back it is. Anyways, I'm gonna have a bunch of those. So dirt holes, trench sets, flat sets, T-bone sets, some of my sets that I use that I don't like, just like me and a few of my friends know of, or the people that get my circle. So I'll show all those, and then we'll kind of start moving into some different things, different topics, and like especially with wet weather, like what do you do in wet weather? What sets you know can you get away with, and is there a set that's better for like wet weather? And so I've got a couple, which I'm sure most of you do. But it's always nice to see something different, or just like a little bit of a different variation. So I do not need beaver tails anymore. I'm good on caster. I've got someone I already have that's getting me caster. So I've got caster, I've got beaver tails, I've got a couple guys getting me bobcat carcasses. I'm good on muskrat. And then I have mink and rat glands coming, so I'm good on those, I think. I do appreciate everyone reaching out. You know, if we were able to strike up a business agreement, I really appreciate it. I've got it all wrote down in my journal, so I will make sure I keep that, and then that way that there's no confusion, or you know, try to minimize the confusion as best as we can. So I'm good. I think I'm good on all glands. I still need carcasses, bobcat carcasses. So if anyone wants to get some bobcat carcasses, let me know. And I'm going to be going after the beaver. So I'm going to try and, you know, I do want some oil sacks. If you guys have any oil sacks, I'll take oil sacks. I'll take skunk pods. Skunk, you can remove the essence and just, you know, sell the pod if you'd like. I'll buy those, and I'm gonna quit being so damn long-winded and get off my soapbox over here, and want to get to driving. But if you guys need anything, just reach out to me. Colt Morris, www.coyote-academy.com. Let me know if you need anything. If you need to get a hold of me via email, it's just coyote.academy@outlook.com. So just reach out to me. But try to have a dry rest of your day, and see you. Hey, what's going on, guys? All the guys in the Masterclass. Hey, I kind of wanted to go over something, just talk about pan tension and trap placement at the set. So it's something that we're going to kind of dive into today. Especially, I just had I got a quick trip on the way back from clinic, and just thought it would be a good time to kind of go over these topics. Now, when it comes to pan tension and everything, you've probably seen a bunch of stuff going on, like online on social media, with just several different topics on pan tension. All of it is a good decent read, but I just think that there's a little bit more logical explanation to the whole pan tension and trap placement. So whenever I'm going out and I'm going to set up a place, or I'm going to set a property, or even set out a big trap line, I want the statistics to be in my favor. And whether that's with trap placement, whether that's talking about pan tension, I think it's good to run a decently